Hey guys, and welcome to another results video for the weekend's hurling fixtures. This is the second last round of the league, so with that, let's jump right in. Up first, we have the Royal 3A clash between Warwickshire and Louth. Louth opened the score and going a point up in the first 2 minutes. And Warwickshire finished the half in the lead, 2-9 to 5 points. And the second half scoring opened Warwickshire 2-10. Louth 6 points. And the game eventually finished Warwickshire 3-13. Louth 1-19. So, a draw, isn't it? Yeah, a draw. So, Warwickshire finally managing to avoid a defeat. Louth doing their best to stay in it. So, final score, Warwickshire 3-13, Louth 1-19. Up next, we have the Royal 1B clash between Dublin and Kilkenny. Dublin opened the scoring, going a point up in the first minute. Oops. And Kilkenny finished the half in the lead, 5 points to 11. Excuse me. Dublin opened the second half scoring with 3 points, 6 minutes in. And the game eventually finished Dublin 16 points. Kilkenny 2-23. So a massive win for Kilkenny over Dublin. Absolutely beat them off the pitch. So final score, Dublin 16 points, Kilkenny 2-23. Up next we have the Royal 1A match between Cork and Galway. Cork opened the scoring, going 3 points up in the first 7 minutes. Cork finished the half in the lead, 1-13 to 11 points. Galway opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game eventually finished Cork 126. Galway 23 points. So another good win for Cork that guaranteed them their semi-final place. So regardless of their result against Wexford, Cork have qualified for the semi-final of the league. So final score, Cork 126, Galway 23 points. And our final game on the Saturday is the Royal 1 Group A clash between Wexford and Offaly. Offaly opened the scoring, going a point up in the first minute. And Wexford finished the half in the lead, 1-8 to 1-7. Offaly opened the second half scoring with 2 points, 3 minutes in. And the game eventually finished Wexford 122. Offaly 212. So another win for Wexford, and that also guarantees them their spot in the semi-final, regardless of the result against Cork. So Wexford and Cork in the semi-final. I'm not sure if anyone else has qualified yet. Let me check. No, yeah, Waterford have definitely qualified, I think. And then only Dublin or Kilkenny. It'll come down to whether it'll be Dublin or Kilkenny. So, Wexford, Cork and Waterford will contest the semi-finals as it stands. So the final score of this match, Wexford 122, Offaly 212. Okay, so our first game on the Sunday is the Royne 3B clash between Longford and Leitrim. Leitrim opened the scoring going 2 points up in the first 4 minutes. Longford finished the half in the lead 1-8 to 9 points. And Longford opened the second half scoring with 2 points 10 minutes in. And the game eventually finished Longford 115. Leitrim 114. So Longford managing to get it by only 1 point in the end. So there's your final score. Longford 115, Leitrim 114. Next up we have the Royne 3B clash between Fermanagh and Lancashire. And the scoring opened Fermanagh 3, Lancashire 1. Fermanagh finished the half in the lead 12 points to 3. And the second half scoring opens Fermanagh 112. Lancashire 6 points. And the game eventually finishes Fermanagh 222. Lancashire 9 points. So Fermanagh gave Lancashire an absolute hammering. Lancashire they're not able for it this season. Maybe they can turn it around when the championship comes, but for now they're just not able to compete with everyone else. So final score Fermanagh 222, Lancashire 9 points. Up next we have the Royne 3A clash between Monaghan and Tyrone. Tyrone opened the scoring going 2 points up in the first 7 minutes. Tyrone finished the half in the lead 6 points to 1-9. Tyrone opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game eventually finished Monaghan 1-11. Tyrone 3-14. So a good win for Tyrone over Monaghan. Final score Monaghan 111, Tyrone 314. Up next we have the Royne 3A clash between Armagh and Roscommon. Armagh opened the scoring going a point up in the first minute. The teams finished the half level with 10 points each. Armagh opened the second half scoring with 2 points 3 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Armagh 119. Roscommon 217. Excuse me. So a win for Roscommon by 1 point in the end. So a good result for them. And the final score Armagh 119, Roscommon 217. Up next we have the Royne 2B clash between Mayo and Sligo. Mayo opened the scoring going 2 points up in the first 6 minutes. Sligo finished the half in the lead 10 points to 2-6. Mayo opened the second half scoring with a point 5 minutes in. And the game eventually finished Mayo 19 points, Sligo 4-13. So a very big win for Sligo over Mayo. Not bad to score 4 goals. So there you have it. Final score, Mayo 19, Sligo 4-13. Up next we have the Royne 2B clash between Donegal and Derry. Donegal opened the scoring, going 3 points up in the first 3 minutes. Donegal finished the half in the lead, 10 points to 7. Derry opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game eventually finished Donegal 15 points, Derry 23 points. So a good comeback by Derry after being down in the first half. So the final score, Donegal 15 points, Derry 23 points. Up next we have the Royne 2B clash between London and Wicklow. London opened the scoring, going 6 points up in the first 10 minutes. Excuse me. London finished the half in the lead, 113 to 1-4. Second half scoring opens London 115, Wicklow 1-8. And the game eventually finishes London 316, Wicklow 1-9. So a good win for London over Wicklow, doing the best out of the 3 non-Irish teams. So the final score, London 316, Wicklow 1-9. Up next we have the Royne 2A clash between Kildare and Carlow. And Kildare opened the scoring, going a point up in the first minute. Carlow finished the half in the lead, 7 points to 12. Carlow opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game eventually finishes Kildare 2-14. Carlow 20 points. So a draw for Kildare and Carlow. So good result for Kildare and Carlow, I suppose, as well. So final score, Kildare 2-14, Carlow 20 points. Up next we have the Royne 2A clash between Westmeath and Down. And the scoring opens Westmeath 2, Down 1. Westmeath finished the half in the lead, 11 points to 1-6. The second half scoring opens Westmeath 12 points, Down 110. The game eventually finishes Westmeath 116. Down 118. So a good 2-point win for Down over Westmeath. Final score, Westmeath 116, Down 118. Next up we have the Royne 2A clash between Kerry and Meath. Kerry opened the scoring, going 1 goal and 5 points up in the first 9 minutes. Kerry finished the half in the lead, 2-16 to 6 points. Kerry opened the second half scoring with 3 points, 7 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Kerry 231. Meath 14 points. So an absolute hammering from Kerry over Meath. Absolutely destroying them. So the final score, Kerry 231, Meath 14 points. Up next we have the Royne 1 Group B match between Laois and Antrim. Both teams looking for their very first win of the league. Antrim opened the scoring, going 3 points up in the first 3 minutes. Laois finished the half in the lead, 111 to 8 points. Antrim opened the second half scoring with 3 points 4 minutes in. And the game eventually finishes Laois 120. Antrim 119. So a very, very close contest. Laois getting a very lucky point in the very last shot of the match. And they just managed to beat Antrim by a point in the end. So the final score, Laois 120, Antrim 119. Up next we have the Royne 1 Group B match between Waterford and Tipperary. Waterford opened the scoring, going a point up in the first minute. Waterford finished the half in the lead, 113 to 14 points. Tipperary opened the second half scoring with 2 points 2 minutes in. Excuse me. And the game eventually finished Waterford 128. Tipperary 21 points. So a very good win for Waterford over Tipperary. Final score, Waterford 128, Tipperary 21 points. And our final game of the weekend is the Royne 1 Group A match between Clare and Limerick. Limerick needing their first win, and Clare hoping to be the ones to stop that. The scoring opens, Clare 3 points, Limerick 7 points. Limerick finished the half in the lead, 9 points to 11. And the second half scoring opens, Clare 13 points, Limerick 14 points. And the game eventually finishes Clare 18, Limerick 18. So both teams managing to hold out in the end. Clare preventing Limerick getting their first win, but Limerick managing to end their losing streak to gain a point. So there's the final score. Clare 18 points, Limerick 18 points. So there you have it. Those are the results of the weekend's hurling fixtures. This weekend coming, there will only be football, so be sure to check out my predictions and results for those. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you for the next one.